Hi everyone, and you're welcome once again to my podcast, the OAsis Academic Adventure. And today I have with me Seye, who have some questions on research methodology. Seye, how are you doing today?
Hello everyone. Hello, good morning, sir.
Yeah,
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing very fine too. Thank you.
Great. So you said you've got some questions. So what are they? Shoot your shots.
Yeah. So I've been into research for a while now, and I just want to have your take on what research methodology is all about, basically, because I get that there are some methodology that you have to use for some study, and there are ones that you don't have to use. So I just want to get your take, basically. So I'll just run it straight now. What is research methodology, sir?
Research methodology from the suggestion in the name methodology. The root word there is method, so it means the research procedure. So it's as simple as that.
Okay. Another question I would like to ask is that what is the role of research methodology in the process of conducting the research study?
All right. So, like I've mentioned earlier, it is a procedure. It is meant to stipulate and state clearly all the steps that are taken throughout the course of a given research. Meaning, it is meant to state particularly how a research is conducted from A to Z, so that the research can be easily replicable and, of course, understood by readers. And for those who want to replicate the same study within another context, they can follow the procedure and see how workable this procedure is. And one of the elements of good research is replicability. It must be replicable. It must be doable by other researchers. So you need to state categorically and clearly, step by step, how a research or your research is conducted.
Okay, that's understandable. So I want to ask again, so are there any difference between research design and research methodology?
Yes, there are different. Design is a sub of methodology.
Okay.
So if we say methodology is the study of method.
Okay.
Now, research design is the particular architectural plan for a study.
Okay. I think we are getting more light now. So if you say research design is the sub of methodology, so what are the types of research design that we have? Are there any types that you can tell us?
All right, there are different kind of research design as determined by the researcher. It could be one of the most popular ones are the qualitative design, the quantitative design, and some other kind of design such as ethnography and all of those things. But then all of those other ones can still be categorized under these two broad ones. So one will say quantitative, dealing with numbers; qualitative, dealing with descriptions and words. That's like the two broad kind of designs.
Okay. So quantitative numbers, qualitative words. I think I get it now.
All
so
right.
Where does survey, content analysis, and the likes, where does it come in?
All right. Now, when you talk about survey, a survey could be a form of could be, if it is a quantitative, a quantified survey, you are analyzing yes or no, you are dealing with quantity, you can put that under quantitative research design. And in a situation where you are getting an open-ended feedback in the survey, then it's going qualitative. You have to read that and understand the theme in the statements that is contained in the response. So that's like a qualitative response therein. So when you talk about content analysis could be qualitative and it could be quantitative. For content analysis to be quantitative, it means you are coding it using into coding categories and assigning variables, and this would then be coded into numbers and then translated into frequency tables, charts, and more. But for qualitative content analysis, it's like a thematic analysis, very close to discourse analysis, but they are not the same.
Okay. I think I now understand it now. Thank you so much for shedding more light on this. So what I could get is that based on your study, you can opt for any of the research design that best suits.
Yes. That's how it works.
Right.
Would that be all?
Yeah, that's all, sir.
Thank you so much for coming on the podcast and asking your questions real time. Really appreciate that. And for as much people who are still out there listening to this who have got questions about research, please do well, write us, DM us, and make a comment that you're interested, and let us know whenever that you want to come on board, and then we'll schedule the time. So guys, thank you all, and that's all on this episode of Academic Adventures. See you again in the next episode.